did another podcast with a friend of mine, Daryl Cooper, and we were talking about, and there's another guy named Brian Suits, and we were talking about these movies, these Chinese movies that are out right now, and they're some of the most popular movies in the world. And one of them's called Wolf Warrior, and the other one's called Wolf Warrior 2. And you can see these, you can Google them, but they're these propaganda films where, like, the Chinese Wolf Warrior, this is a pack of sort of elite Chinese commandos, and they fight Americans. And the Americans that they fight generally are Navy SEALs. So, and like the closing scene, I haven't watched the whole movies, but the closing scene, I think it's a Wolf Warrior 2, is this Chinese hero fighting against this Navy SEAL American, like hand-to-hand combat. And by the way, they're fighting to free these. There's other people that are kind of in cages looking on, and it's the Chinese individuals fighting for the glory and for the freedom of these other people, and the American is fighting for some big corporate greed scenario. Yeah, it's very strange. There it is.
Is that Frank Grillo?
Yeah. Yep.
Frank Grillo's in Wolf Warrior?
He's in Wolf Warrior too.
Oh, Frank. What are you doing?
And they sort of end up just having a battle. I mean, they end up deciding just to go mano-a-mano with no weapons. But then Frank Grillo cheats and stabs him and whatever. Oh. So the American cheats.
Of course. Is the Chinese guy doing kung fu, or is he fighting normal? It seems like he's got a little bit of kung fu in there. He's throwing sidekicks. This is, he's completely doing kung fu. Mm-hmm. Yeah, look, he's got a little Wing Chun in there. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Now it's personal.
Oh, now it's personal.
See?
Oh, he takes the vest off.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, here we go. What's that little thing around his neck?
I forget. There's some backstory that guy might have killed someone. Oh, there you go.
Oh, Frank Grillo supposedly killed an innocent Chinese lady. Is that your girl?
She's pretty. Blood.
Oh, blood. Blood for blood. So this is like their big movies?
This is their big movies. And so they're making propaganda films, anti-American propaganda films. And the thing that's scary about this is, you know, China is thinking very strategically about things.
Yeah.
They're thinking about how to defeat America in 20 years or 25 years. And that's what they're thinking about. That's what they're planning for. That's why they're making films like this. And what is America thinking about? We're thinking about the next election cycle. That's what we're thinking about.
Yeah. Oh, stabbed him in the eyeball?
He's dead.
Now he's going to say something mean to him.
He says...
That's fucking history? Is that what he said? Okay.
So
what's crazy is that they're making anti-American propaganda films, and we are making films that are run through the Chinese government to make sure that certain things aren't offensive.
That's what's scary.
They're changing Marvel Comics characters. You know that? Like no. Doctor Strange.
What are they changing him
Doctor
into?
Strange. Doctor Strange was a physician who had this accident and then went and studied with this Tibetan mystic and developed all these supernatural powers, right? China doesn't believe in Tibet, doesn't believe Tibet should have any freedom. So instead of a Tibetan mystic, it's a woman, and she's got a shaved head, and it's a white woman. So this is his mystic now. Instead of it being a Tibetan mystic, it's some white lady. They changed the fucking origin story of the comic book.
Yeah. Well,
for China.
They got another movie that's coming out that's about the Chosen Reservoir, and you know, this famous battle in the Korean War where America got surrounded and had to fight their way out, and eventually came back and fought and, you know, settled on the 38th parallel. But in the movie, it's this just total glory for China, you know, sending the Americans back to the sea. They changed. They're like you said, they're changing history, and they're trying to set us up. But what they're setting us up for is they're thinking long term. They're thinking about 20 years from now. How are they going to be able to defeat us? And as we see all the time, one of the ways that they are moving to defeat us is by dividing us. That's the goal. Get into our social media and try and cause as much division as possible. And it works.